We got another interesting article, just real fast for us over at Banning the Comments, about. If you've seen my channel, you know I was not a fan of Witcher Season 2. Did like Season 1, but not really Season 2. So I'm not really in the mood to defend The Witcher, but when PETA attacks The Witcher, I will defend anyone against PETA. But let's read this article. PETA calls for boycott of Netflix's The Witcher Season 2 due to the use of live animals. You know how they make movies. This isn't just restricted to The Witcher. If you see a horse on screen, odds are it's a horse. Fucking PETA is. They have more dead animals on their ledger than most people or most companies. They're just hypocritical nonsense garbage. Like clockwork, PETA has once again used the release of the highly anticipated piece of entertainment as an opportunity to grandstand for their cause. Of course they do. And I love it's clockwork. It really is. This time, it's about The Witcher premiere to condemn the series' use of live animals over CGI alternatives. Do you know how much money that would cost? The CGI in The Witcher isn't that great to begin with for what they can afford, but can you imagine CGIing all the horses? I'd rather they go or if I were the director, I'd go the Monty Python route and just have coconuts. There's no way major film studios can afford to CGI this many horses on a regular. I mean, can you imagine that? He's just on this little bike, and that would look so ridiculous on set. When in doubt, it's a real animal unless it's a fantasy creature. Just shut up. It's not like they mistreated the horse. I'm sure Henry Cavill actually has a good relationship with the horse they used on set. He's that type of actor, and he really cares about this property, and you could kind of see that chemistry for, spoiler for Season 2, when Roach died, his connection with the animal. They're not mistreating these animals, but they can't afford to do CGI. That's just retarded in grand fashion. In the statement released, PETA, Animals in Film, whatever, asserted that public Netflix's The Witcher has a monster problem, and that producers apparently monstrously chose to exploit and squirrel monkeys, among other animals, instead of using modern and humane computer-generated imagery. They have a monster problem because it's monstrous to use animals as animals. Oh god, these people are insane. Holy fucking shit. Have you ever been outside your house? You ever been outside a real city? I grew up on a farm. Animals aren't mistreated for the most part, and when they are, people call it out and intervene. But mistreating a horse isn't having a horse on camera. That is not mistreating it. Mistreating it is beating it, not feeding it, not giving it attention, not brushing it, not shoeing it, all that type of stuff. If they were doing that on set, yeah, I'd have a problem with it. But it's like, you didn't spend millions of dollars on CGI and decided to use a real horse to act as a horse or as a monkey? It's monstrous. Monstrous, I tell you. And they're just like super villains. Holy fuck. From a lemur to an owl to a camel, Netflix apparently. Do they not understand? Just going back to that, if nothing else, do you know how expensive CGI is? Even in fantasy worlds, animals aren't actors. Leave them off screen. Animals are an important part of any world. Our world or the continent. So not showing them would be the only alternative. There's no way that they're going to pay for that much CGI. It's like these people don't even live in the real world. Live action, the owl spoken to by Dijkstra and a parrot. Even in the CGI-filled fantasy world of The Witcher, Netflix chose to exploit. Don't binge it, they're boycotting it for a monstrous problem of using animals as animals. They're not exploiting them. What else would they be doing? Alright, I can't read any more of this article. But yeah, PETA, they don't live in the real world. They don't know how things work. They just like to freak out for freak out's sakes. They're boycotting The Witcher. I mean, I don't boycott stuff usually, unless it's really, really bad, like Last Jedi bad. But I'm not here to defend Season 2. I'm just here to laugh at PETA. We're just going to point and laugh at them. And it didn't matter what show or movie that they're making fun of in this instance. Just remember, point and laugh at PETA. It's a good motto for life. So, I can't do any more of this. Fuck off, PETA. If you like what I do here and want to see good, compelling stories that Hollywood will no longer give you, check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern-day mental illness issues. Books 1, Down in Flames, and Book 2, Apocalypse Then, currently on sale. Book 3, Kill the Dark, coming soon.